We all know that Grand Seikos are known for their innovative movements and beautiful dials. Well, the Birch Forest collection is certainly the zenith when it comes to these elements. Many of you will know of the White Birch, reference SLGH005. This is a watch that won the GPHG award for the best men's watch in 2021. But did you know that there is a whole family of Birch watches? Well, let me run through these so you can get a more informed decision and get some insight into the differences. Before I dive in, I'd like to ask you to make sure to comment any thoughts, questions, or stories about your watches, as I will endeavour to reply to everyone, and we love to hear from you, the watch community. I'm going to highlight 5 Birch Forest watches. I apologise for the myriad references I'm going to throw at you here, but within those we have 3 that utilise a fully mechanical movement, those being the White Birch, which is a SLGH005, the Night Birch, SLGH017, and the boutique online exclusive model, the Green Birch, the SLGH011. There are then 2 spring drive models, the White Birch, which is SLGA009, and the Majestic White Birch, SBGZ009. Many Grand Seiko watches take influence from nature and the passage of time. This family are inspired by a snapshot in time of the dense birch forest that can be found near the watch studios in Japan. You will notice the dial designs have different textures depending on whether the timepieces are mechanical or a spring drive. This is to showcase a different place and time, given that the watches are brought to life in different regions of Japan. This then extends to the colours of the dial, as the black dial is to portray the mysterious vista of the forest at night, while the green is inspired of the summertime greenery of the highland birch forests. The silver dials are to represent the myriad white and silver trunks of the trees, which for me evokes a feeling of being reminiscent of being engulfed by a sea of woodland. All of the aforementioned models, excluding the Majestic White Birch, utilize Evolution 9 design principles. This originated from the Grand Seiko style, which was originally implemented in 1967 as a blueprint for Grand Seiko to follow to ensure their watches stood out from the competition in showrooms through their play of light and shadow and sparkle of quality. The Evolution 9 has modernized these 9 principles for the current world and technologies by either borrowing key elements, updating, or new principles altogether. As you've probably figured out, there's 9 factors, hence the name Evolution 9 for the 9 evolved principles. The mechanical Birch watches feature the new 9SA5 caliber. This is a fully automatic mechanical timepiece. These are high beat and run at a much higher frequency than most luxury watches at an incredible 36,000 beats per hour. This means that the heart of the watch, the balance, is rotating left or right 10 times per second. Usually as the beat rate increases, the power reserve suffers and decreases. Some of you may wonder why an automatic watch needs a power reserve. Basically, the watch winds up as you wear and stores energy in a spring. This is called the mainspring. And once the mainspring in this watch is fully wound, it will hold up to 80 hours of power in it. So that means you could take the watch off, leave it in the drawer, and come back to it over 3 days later and it will still be running. But you then might ask, don't higher frequency watches require servicing more often? This is not necessarily the case for these timepieces due to the use of MEMS technology to skeletonize components, making them lighter, and also to cut sharper ridges to enable lubricants to be retained for longer. These 9SA5 calibers also have a patented escapement system, which is an incredible achievement. It is exceptionally rare for a watch brand to have their own style of escapement. In these watches, it is called the dual impulse escapement. It allows for a direct and an indirect contact to the balance, making the whole system more efficient. All 3 high beat variants come in at 40mm. The SLGH005 White Birch and the Green Birch are in stainless steel, whereas the Night Birch comes in high intensity titanium, which is lighter and hypoallergenic. All the watches feature Grand Seiko's signature Zaratsu polishing. Other White Birch model, the SLGA009, comes in stainless steel at 40mm and utilizes the company's innovative spring drive movement. This automatic movement is unique to Seiko Watch Corporation and took over 28 years to develop. The caliber in this model is the updated spring drive caliber with an incredible accuracy of 0.5 seconds a day, along with a 120 hour power reserve, and is arguably one of the most robust movements in the market. If you wish, I will happily do a video on spring drives so we can dive deeper into how these movements work and why they are so revered. Now last but certainly not least, the details of the Majestic white birch. This timepiece I believe is now sold out and was a Watches and Wonders release limited to 50 pieces. It is inspired by the birch forest in the height of winter. This elegant timepiece is hand engraved and demonstrates the expertise of hand engravers, watchmakers, and other artisans. Skilled in jewellery techniques, they have created long grooves on the case one by one on top of a fully Zaratsu polished case. This combination with the passing of the dial paint the picture of the splendour of the Majestic white birch forest. The movement was created by the Micro Artist Studio, the team behind the Masterpiece collection, and features a spring drive caliber 9R02. This has a maximum power reserve of approximately 84 hours when fully wound, and this timepiece benefits from a torque return system. When the mainspring has been fully wound and the torque or the power output is the highest, approximately 30% of the power isn't needed to maintain the watch's precision. So what the torque return system does is it reclaims this energy by using it to rewind the mainspring and therefore lengthen the power reserve. The hour and minute hands, as well as the indexes, are made of 14-karat white gold, with the engraved minute markers and logo mark drawing out the delicate brilliance of the dial. I will put the current retail prices, including VAT, in the description below. If you wish to check them out, let me know which is your favourite and any comments below. Until next time.